guys, so this video is the follow-up to my previous video, the CB200 CL200 engine tune-up tutorial. Now in that video I was going through all the steps to get the engine tuned up, and I was describing throughout the video that I was hearing a top-end noise. And no, don't worry, the video on screen now is just some old footage from when I was rebuilding the engine a few years ago. Because what I wanted to say was that what I thought was a noise coming from the top end of the engine was actually just a rattling noise coming from the headlight bucket. So that was a big relief. And I also, in that previous video, I also took an oil sample and I sent that to Blackstone Laboratories, and I got the sample back. And everything came out really, really well. So I'll show you the results now on the screen. And yeah, so that was really positive. So I just wanted to, I was waiting for those results before I could publish this new video. And I have all the footage now of me syncing the carburetors, so let's roll that footage now. Okay, now to get the carbs adjusted correctly and to get them synced together correctly, the trick is to first adjust the idle air mixture screws on both carbs until the RPMs are as high as you can get it, and then sync the carbs together such that the slides are opening and closing at the exact same time, and then adjust the slide stop screws until the idle RPM is what you want it to be. Now I'm first adjusting the idle air screws here, and such that I'm getting the RPMs to get as high as I can, and I'm having a weird problem where the RPMs are racing higher and higher, and they should not be really getting, they should not be this high, the RPMs. And so I have something else going on. I have some sort of other problem. What I tried to do was lower the RPMs by turning the idle air screws the other direction, but that just caused the engine to sputter. And that was kind of the condition that it was originally, and why I needed to sync these, adjust these carbs, because they were just kind of sputtery, especially off from a start. Okay, I couldn't get the RPMs to drop because the throttle cable wasn't perfectly correct. So watch this. Watch how it happens. The throttle cable was stuck right here, and I was adjusting these screws, but they weren't doing anything. So now I can continue adjusting the carbs for real this time. So with that sorted out, the next step was to sync the carburetors. And by sync them, I mean adjust both the idle stop screws so that when the slides slide down after pulling on the throttle, they hit the stop screws at the exact same time. And so my trick for that is just to, with the bike off, listen for them. You know, open and close the throttle and listen. And are they hitting the slide at the same time or at different times? And if they're at the same time, then it's synced. And that's all I do. That's all how I worry about it. And so now I can continue working on the carbs, setting the screws. And so first I'm adjusting the idle with this idle air mixture screw so that's the highest idle. And then I would carefully adjust the idle stop screws to set the idle to what I want it to be, which would normally be lower. And for every little turn on one carb, make sure it's the exact same amount on the other carb so that they stay synced together. But in this case, after setting the idle air screws, the RPM was already what I wanted it to be, and so I didn't have to touch them, I just left them there. There you have it.